Hi, welcome, and thank you for coming back to sit down and listen to this video that has some tips for people with arthritis. Now, arthritis is an umbrella term that basically indicates inflammation or painful joints. It is extremely common. Now, there are two basic types, technically three types, but two most common types of arthritis. One is osteoarthritis and another is rheumatoid arthritis. Now, between all of our joints, we have what's called cartilage, and it's a connective tissue that provides cushioning between the joints to help them glide. When we get that breakdown of cartilage, the bones can actually rub on each other, and that is called osteoarthritis. Now, rheumatoid arthritis is a chronic inflammation of the joints that's caused more or less by the immune system attacking itself. So we're kind of focusing on osteoarthritis because it's very common, and I see it every day with almost all of my patients during my practice. I think one of the hardest things is for individuals that have joint pain with the diagnosis of osteoarthritis is their doctors tell them you have bone on bone. A lot of people, bone on bone, bone on bone, and that might be true, but to be honest, it's not uncommon. And because people feel that they have bone on bone, and in their head they just imagine and cringe at the idea of our bones hitting against each other, they think that, well, I better not exercise then because I don't want to make it worse. Unfortunately, that is the worst choice you can make. Research shows that exercise, physical activity, can reduce pain and increase activity levels by up to 40%. And there's a few reasons for this. First off, we need your joints to be mobile. You want them to move. Inside of the joints, we have fluid. It's called synovial fluid. Let me get my 3D model again. We have fluid in here, and we want that fluid to be moving so it can provide nutrition to the cartilage. We also need everything to be moving for the muscles to keep their length-tension relationship, and especially to provide stability there. We don't want certain muscles to get lengthened and others to get tightened, because then when you try to move, now you're limited by stiffness, and stiffness can limit us with our function and cause pain. So you want to, and we need to move. If you have arthritis, it is essential. Now, the other thing about with people don't want to move with arthritis is then the muscles can get very weak. And if the muscles are weak, then they're no longer providing stability around the joints, which can then facilitate more damage when activity is done. So for individuals with arthritis, exercise is essential. And it is much encouraged with elaboration and tons of research to support it. So please look it up on your own. Or if you're nervous, talk to your doctor. I'm most certain your doctor would encourage you to exercise. But on top of that, now there are a few things to say with arthritis. First off, always move in a pain-free range. I don't believe in the saying, no pain, no gain, especially if you have arthritis. So only move in a pain-free range. So if it feels okay to move your shoulder to here, stop there instead of pushing it to the point of pain. Another thing that might be beneficial for you is to warm up and prep your joints ahead of time. I've had residents or patients have success with maybe a warm shower or just even a heating pad. I personally like the moist ones that you can put maybe like a rice pack in the microwave. I prefer moist over dry over the plug-in ones just because I've also seen burns, but that's just me. That's my preference. But even just putting a little bit of heat on the joint to loosen it up is an option to talk to your doctor or try out. For most people, that helps. Another thing that helps is if they're really inflamed, they put ice on it maybe after our exercise is over. And perhaps you do need a break if your joints are really inflamed and you need a day off, and that's okay. This is a 30-day challenge, but it doesn't have to be 30 days in a row. You can still celebrate about finishing 30 days even if you did it in 60. I think the main thing for you is not to quit and not allow your arthritis to hold you back in life, because it is an unfortunate thing that you've been diagnosed with it, but you do have a choice about how you're going to live your life despite having that diagnosis. So please don't quit on the exercise, and please don't quit on yourself. I hope that you found this insightful. Please stay tuned for more educational videos ahead.